Welcome back, homies and honeys, to another episode of Final Fantasy 16 LP. Your homie OZ. Alright. See what we got going on here. Alright. So, we need to go talk. What's this? Drinky. Drinky. Galtan, brandy wine, imperial gold. Then we got meat. We got pandamane, stone blue, black pudding. Smoked kippers, salt loach, roast hare, chocobo stew, and carrot broth. They did say they eat chocobo sometime in this game. I've seen it. Got any active time lore going on? Doesn't look like it.
You're the kind man who saved Mummy. Thank you.
What can I interest you in today?
$1,000 gil per meteorite. That's crazy. Valley madder, an inconspicuous shrub commonly found growing near mother crystals. Its roots are harvested to create a deep red dye, but unlike most pigments, madder root extract does more than merely stain cloth. It imbues it with a faint elemental charge that can ethereally enhance both bearer and crystal-based magics. Oh, okay. Idols of the Empire, or orchestrion roll, a tattered slip of parchment upon which has been hastily scrawled several bars of music and the title Idols of the Empire. The melody seems familiar, but the author is unknown. 40,000 gil for that. That must be that's like one of those, like a record, a song. Of course, we got strength tonics and all that good stuff.
You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Quentin, my good man, it seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
What, him? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic? And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't.
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lostwing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues. May the mothers guide you.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lostwing, It's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
Okay. Active Time Lord, we got any? Yes, we do. Lost Wing, Marks, Alliance. Lost Wing, a settlement located in central Sabrik on the northeast edge of the Great Wood, having initially found prosperity as a stopover point for traveling traders. It fell from favor when newer roads bypassed it and eventually fell off the map entirely. Presently, its obscurity serves as cover to mask budging status of a safe haven for bearers who work the nearby vineyards for Quentin, elder man of a co-conspirator of Sid's, while casks of Gauntlin rogue aged in Lost Wing cellars provide the village with much needed income. Quentin, the inscrutable landlord of Lost Wing's Tavern and the leader of the village. We got marks, emblems that Sid's allies distribute to those in their circle of trust. It is common for the rich and powerful of Valistia to pin such marks to the bearers in their possession, that the slaves might go about their master's business unmolested. Wow. All right. Alliance, though, I guess it's supposed to be like allies, like islands, like, you know, like allies. So I'm taking it. Those who do not call the hideaway their home, but nevertheless lend their strength to Sid's cause. There are many in the Twins who balk at the persecution of bearers, but cannot find it within them the courage to oppose it, knowing what fate awaits them should their sympathies be exposed. Others take that risk, aiding Sid's bearer liberation efforts with information sent by Stolas, monetary assistance, or direct action. Alright. What's that item he just gave us? Key item? Okay. Curiosities. The Hanged Man, Curiosity. This seal marks its bearer as trusted ally of the Quentin of Lost Wing. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma as a favor for Sid. That is Quentin. Alright. Night. Night.
That's all you can remember. Think hard.
I already told you. He was gone before any of us could get a good look under that hood of his.
Ah, Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot of bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have done.
Thank you.
our tiny village anyway?
Surely they have bearers enough of their own back in Ash.
Oi.
The hanged man is always watching. As if he had aught better to do.
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you. I wonder if Sid's found anything.
You can pet the dog. That's right. Give me that trophy. Give Torgal, aka Fenrir, his love. All right.
Damn Royalists. We'll need every Trocobona Valley to clear this.
Like how they're using crystals to create light so they can see. Any data? Doesn't look like it. It said data. Any lore?
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news. So, a shady lad with a hood and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on, but... I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the Royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon he has something to do with his partner.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we? Now, about those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish. Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting. The road south, then? Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
Huh? We need to go through Cutter's Gate. Not a bad size zone. There's Passage. Did we go down there? I think we did. I don't know. I'll have to check it out though. That's not the right way. Where is this passage? It's like I'm missing it somewhere. Is it up? Like some kind of bridge or something? Ah, okay. Is that where the church was at? I think that's where the church was at. Ooh, excuse me. Little burp snuck out. I don't know. I'm still. Yeah, where is this thing? Alright. I kind of wish they would have just added an option.
My darling, I can't bear another night without you.
Like the motion blur is still like I can still see it. It's not as bad, but really curious about this. But maybe you can't get there because this is the entrance.
The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern. You're not thinking of heading that way, are you?
If the Royalists were looking to take the care, they'd have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well, you should know.
Oh, this is whoa. I kind of want to go back to the whatchamacallit and see if I can do some upgrades. Let's go back to the stronghold real quick. The hideaway, I mean. check and see if there's any quests or anything, side quests or do shopping stuff. Nay. So let's see if we can upgrade like a weapon or something. Upgrade my weapon or gear.
Lacey, I'm busy here. What's saying for you, dear?
Longsword +2, 1 meteorite, 1 longsword. Does it cost money? Just materials?
Yeah, that should do you.
Okay. Don't think we need an upgrade per se.
Fine. That seal of Quinton's, you keep that close, all right? Is there a mistrusting lot, and I'd rather they didn't, well, hang you.
Not seeing any quests. I still can't access the infirmary.
Do you think we should go and help?
Can't go see the lore NPC though.
Careful, you. I've spent the whole morning on these steps.
I'm going the wrong way.
Never knew dung had so many uses.
Good day. Or is it night? It can be hard to tell sometimes from where I sit.
Got them 5 braids.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Some good
What subject shall we consider today?
Some good sprite work there. Persons of interest. Got goats. Apprentice of Sharon, an ally of the hideaway, a gentle giant who has a warm word for everyone, but is not afraid to put his foot down in the face of injustice. Goat's very waking moment is spent in his service to his Nan, and he can do little of his own accord without her express permission. So is he talking about Karen? Hmm? Attendant of Margrace, servant of a man who goes by the name Lord Margrace. Together they travel across the Twins to some unknown end. Okay. Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, Quentin's Tavern in Lost Wing, is very much the beating heart of the village. Not only do villagers congregate here to eat, drink, and make merry, it also is frequented by travelers, traders seeking to load their wagons with Lost Wing's famous wine. There's a vineyard out there. Oh, Orabella Downs. In the southwestern Sambrique, where the Greatwood ends, lies the secluded meadows of Orbella. Here, the soil is rich and the climate temperate, while the sloped terrain provides ample runoff for rain, making the location perfect for growing of wine grapes, something the residents nearby Lost Wing take very seriously. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else. There's a lot of lore, though. It's crazy. Icon, magical beings of godlike strength who dwell in human hosts, known as dominants, only emerging when the dominant prime's history records 8 Dominant primes. History records 8 icons in total, which with a unique elemental affinity. 1 warden each of fire, water, thunder, ice, wind, earth, light, and darkness. The common belief that 2 icons of the same element cannot coexist was shaken by the appearance of a second icon of fire during the Imperial attack of Phoenix Gate. Okay. The Fallen, an ancient yet highly advanced civilization whose relics said to be the remains of an airship that once soared the skies, can be found across the length and breadth of Valistia. Sid's hideaway is but one of many settlements to take a fallen ruin into foundation, taking advantage of the sturdiness of the ceramic, which is stronger than steel. They are not, however, immune to the passage of time, and so the hideaway is in need of constant repairs. Airship. Legend has it that people of the Fallen once sailed through the skies in the bellies of these ships, though all now lie shattered and silent on the surface below. The town of Lostwing is built around such a ruin. Okay. Liberation of bearers. That which Sid and his allies strive to save the bearers from slavery. To this end, they gather information about masters who most mistreat their property, that they might focus to rescue efforts on those most in need. Freed bearers are brought back to the safety of the hideaway, and though many are unsure what to do with their newfound freedom, the combination of warm welcome, warm food, and a warm bed helps calm their cares. Art Stone, the mysterious ceramic tablet that stands in the hideaway, of a similar construction to other relics of the Fallen, yet seemingly not part of an airship. Of the airship proper, its imposing appearance suggests some important function that has been lost to time. Whatever strange secret lies within, it seems to react to Clive's presence and urges him to unlock his hidden potential. Huh? Ancient relics found across Valistia. Their construction closely resembles the airship of the Fallen, but unlike them, they do not appear to have fallen from the sky, rather have stood in place since time immemorial. They illuminate when Clive approaches, though for what reason is unknown. All after once being lit, they continue to shine like the same blue glow night and day, making them ideal use for waypoints. Crystal fetters, a restraining device for bearers and dominants that use precisely arranged and activated shards of crystals to disrupt the flow of aether through their flesh, thus preventing them from priming or casting magic. So valuable are the materials from which they are made, and so rare the skill required to craft them. There are very few specimens in existence, and they are only employed when absolutely necessary. So they have basically special handcuffs that stop you from casting magic or priming or anything like that. Interesting. Did fight a couple things. Sharada, an ethereal conjuration summoned forth by Benedicta Harmon when Clive encountered the dominant of wind near Lostwing. Despite their size, the creature's heavenly feathered wings did not seem to hamper its movement, which was disconcertingly nimble. More so than speed, though. It was Sharada's array of powerful magics that set apart from the lesser foes. Okay. Vampire thorns. While most flora is thought of as stationary, roots binding them to the soil upon which the matron's seed first fell. There are some species which have an uncanny capacity for locomotion. Species such as the northern storm's vampire thorn, instead of drawing nutrients from the earth, these pitcher-like plants hide themselves in undergrowth where they wait for prey to happily stumble by, at which time they rush out, emitting a foul cloud of mind-numbing pollen and vicious sap to disorient the victim while they strike and strangulate it with a pair of frighteningly long vines. Ooh. Hornets, most commonly found in the woodlands of Rosaria, a western Sambrique. Hornets are often mistaken for birds due to their prodigious size. This mistake, however, can prove deadly, for the overgrown insects are extremely territorial and highly aggressive, and will attack aught that might venture near their hive, using stingers laden with poison potent enough to subdue creatures as large as a wyvern. Got wolves. Wolves, individually lacking in both strength and speed, subdue prey of any considerable size. Wolves will instead hunt in packs, communicating amongst one another as men might, so as to overwhelm their victims. And while forever wary of other creatures, some breeds have been found to be more willing to form bonds with humankind, and thus can be found everywhere, from the mingeries to elite infantry units in the Imperial Army. Following rumors of children being mauled by wolves, the duchy ordered a mass culling of these beasts, which saw their numbers in Rosaria reduced to almost none. And we have Avises, middling dragons whose membranous wings are attached to their forelegs rather than their torso, and end in a hook-like talons used to rip apart flesh of their prey. Their abundance in the northwestern storm eventually resulted in mass domestication by the Imperial Legion, which, alongside the spreading of blight, drove remaining populations south into the desert of Dalmekia, where they now struggle for supremacy with existing species. Fafnir of the North. Fafnir of the North, an ancient dragon adapted exclusively for life on the ground, and such is encased in a thick, bony armor. Though its kin once claimed dominion over the northern territories, the spread of the blight inevitably forced this once gentle giant south in search of prey. Dang.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Alright, we got some upgrades and stuff. I think we about upgraded our sword. I got an item too from at Dominant. I don't know if I read the description or not though. Cleric's Medallion. At a glance, what appears to be a holy relic, able to channel the power of the divine into curative energies, actually contains the dust of a light aspected crystal known to be a catalyst for the restorative arts. I think I read it when I got it, but I don't remember. There's no side quest, so let's go back to the world map. Back here. Oh, this is a dead end. Where am I going?
road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern. You're not thinking of heading that way, are you?
Oh, he's sprinting now. Oh, we got loot. Two Gil, baby, we ballin'. Royal Mastiff.
Wrong way, friend.
Item. Two more Gil.
What are the royalists thinking? Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts, and he sent his best to execute it.
Two pinches of magic ash. What is that? Meteorite. That thing was glowing like hard.
This might take a while. Ladies.
I'll tell your lady. You try. Norvins. Hard not to. Like even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
It's over.
Bump, bump.
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are. But our world isn't ready for a place like that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
So, tell me about this, Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made. Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda, Warden of the Wind.
Hey.
Hmm?
Cair Northern. Once used as a stronghold, the Holy Empire has since disgarrisonized this strategic position along the neutral crystal belt and now employs it in a training of Imperial Army recruits. Let's drop back here, see if there's any side quests, which I doubt there is. We'll just look. Oh, nothing. No upgrades, nothing. Thing started then.
The Lan has fallen. The Eastern Territories all but belong to the Orcs.
I'll have my men ready to depart by noon.
Don't bother.
But what of the mines? Without adamantite...
A blight would have engulfed them.
Dang, Benedict. Not only is she catching bodies, but she got 3 bodies, 4 bodies if you want to count Hugo. What's going on, bro? Kingdom of Wallowed. The sole surviving nation in Ash Wallowed has its capital of Stonehere, home of the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine, a warlike land. Its considerable military might to keep neighboring countries at bay. Not all are deterred, however, and the constant need to fight off hordes of beastmen prevent the royalists from launching a full excursion into Storm. Orcs, a warlike yet surprisingly organized species of beastmen native to Ash. They have long been in conflict with the Wallanders over control of the continent and currently count the bulk of its eastern half as their own. However, the encroaching blight continues to eat into the amount of livable land, making the fight for more territory even more vital. Right?
Mine's ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Yes, my liege.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals, desperate for their blessing. The war we wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own destruction.
And so you do what must be done.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Zidolphus not betrayed us.
Him again. Lust you still for his embrace?
But of course not, my liege. I serve you, and you alone.
I remember well the day you first entered these halls. Your pale hand pressed into his, as if you would never let go.
That was a long time ago. Yours is the only hand I need. Now and always.
Soon, my dear. Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me, my liege. Never let me go.
One of our sentries has failed to report, milady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside the care, Geralf.
He is here, then.
Have them lead Sid and his little pet to the chapel. I shall entertain them there. So you've come for me after all.
All clear.
That's a nice trick. You'll have to teach me sometime.
Okay, very familiar. So, okay, hold on, wait. All right. Benedicta, commander of the Kingdom of Waloed's elite intelligencers and dominant of Garuda, the Warden of Wind, while her The lances with Hugo Kupta would appear to be not but a ruse guided by the hand of King Barnabas. Her love for her former Lord Commander Sid was deep and true, and left an equally abyssal hole in her heart where he fled wallowed. Okay, so I don't know if she actually was with Hugo, but maybe she was, right? So that's in the air. We're just going to say we're going to put that in the gray zone because we don't have confirmation. We know they said it was a ruse, but we don't know if they were actually banging. She was banging Sid at some point. Now she's banging King Barnabas. All right. So that's 2 and a potential 1 other, right? And she's already killed 2 random people, right? All right. Good to know. And then we got Sidolphus, leader of the hideaway and dominant of Ramu, warden of thunder, born in the land beyond the twins. Sid journeyed to Valisthea as a sword for hire. It was here that he entered the service of Walod, awakened as a dominant and finally elevated to Lord Commander of the Royal Army. However, he was soon to abandon his post in Benedicta, that he might instead create a world where bears and dominants can die on their own terms. Okay. They were in a relationship at some point, right? Just seeing that cutscene, it explained a lot. I think we make the cut in this episode right here. That's what I think. We're at 52 minutes right now. Anyway, I'm trying to keep these an hour. It ain't worth it to take 10 steps, fight a battle, and then quit. Right? So I'll just make the cut here, homies and honeys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and we'll be back for the next episode. On that note, we're gonna be OUT out. Deuces.